The reason why I like Chanel, it's so iconic, everybody knows of it, and I just simply believe that everyone should have one just to know what it is like. And coming from my background, being Asian, being materialistic, being competitive, a Chanel bag just shuts everybody down. Like, if you see a girl with a bag, regardless of the fact that she's living at home and she's 40, but she's got a bag, then it kind of says where she is in her world. So for me, collecting it gives me a chance to be in that world, but not actually live in that world. And being part of that society is it very exciting. And even more so exciting is finding a great deal on a Chanel bag. I started collecting Chanel bags 3 years ago. I don't remember which was my first purchase, unfortunately. I remember what was my first Chanel purchase for a family member, which was a red caviar leather with turquoise chain, and I found it on eBay for about $1,200, brand new. Have I gotten a bad one or a fake one? Yes. And knowingly that it was going to be fake anyway, because there's a price ratio to the quality of it. And if the style is so unusual and it sells for 200 bucks, chances are it's going to be a fake. So I gave that bag to my friend Joyce. Generally, these bags will never ever decrease in value. They generally increase about 20 to 40% each year. So I wanted to share with you how I got started with this obsessive personality. It started with shoes, and one pair led up to eventually about 90 plus pairs. And I just one day got over shoes and I sold them all and started buying Chanel bags. How do I go about finding a Chanel bag? First, obviously, I do have to look at the price. But if it's a great bag, then we'll compromise on the price. Then I look at the shape of the bag, the condition of the bag. I look at where is it kid skin in, or is it the caviar skin? Is it cotton? Is it jersey? Then I look at the placement of the CC charms. Is it on the zipper? Is it on the handle? Then what kind of handle is it? Is it gold? Is it silver being my favorite? And then we look at where it's coming from if I'm shopping online. If it's coming from overseas, from a buyer that has a few ratings, then chances are that's not going to be a safe buy. If it's coming from the US, then I'm a little more inclined to purchase it. But my secret is I always buy a Japanese bag because the Japanese have this honor system where selling counterfeit is against their tradition. And plus, they usually have the bags from the period that I love, which is the late 80s, early 90s. The bags that I like aren't the bags that are popular. I usually go for the offbeat ones, the abandoned ones, the misfit ones. Bags that I regretted getting would be some typical 2.55 bags. You know, you need a regular 2.55. But once you've gotten so many, the 2.55 looks a little boring to me. My most favorite Chanel bag is the white hula hoop in medium size, perfect condition, that came from Sydney. And it's basically in it's two circles, and they made it into a handbag where the top of the circles meet and the handbag kind of sits on the bottom like a moon shape. My most unusual Chanel item would be a water bottle holder from the early 90s. And then my most expensive Chanel bag is $1,500. And currently, as of today, I have 109 Chanel bags in my collection. My secret collection. It's just something that I'm passionate about. And being passionate about also stems from psychologically having the need to have things. I am the only child in my family, so now I have this need to acquire things, and not to acquire one thing, but acquire 109 Chanel bags. I just love them.